Okay, so let's make this the last one. I know it's late for everybody, and I want you guys to start your weekend. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend, decompress, um, and yeah, let's do some Q&As, guys. Let's do some Q&As, um, and let's talk about the charts, things you guys are experiencing, questions you have. Let's take advantage of it. You guys can go at any time. Anyone can speak up if you have one. If you have a question, if you just want to chat, you can too. Okay. Curious question for you and anyone else that knows. What are your settings on your TradingView screen display on more than one device? I mean, it allows me to display one screen. Honestly, I think I know you. Are you referring to when you go from one device to the other for it to carry your drawings and things like that over? If that's what you're referring to, I don't know how I set it up when I did mine. It's been like that for a minute. I don't remember if there was a button to click. If anybody knows, help Nayla. She's trying to understand how to get everything to go over. So yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's just when you switch from it only happens on web. The
Yeah.
the the drawings are still there, which is fine, but it only allows me to visibly see it on one device, web device at a time. So it
It
tells
could.
you you've switched devices. Do you
Is it
get
a?
that error message?
It's probably no, I don't. It's probably the subscription tier. Maybe the
Uh-huh.
subscription tier. Look into that. Check out the subscription. See
Okay.
if it limits you to device options. Some does, some doesn't.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job. All right, thank you.
Of course. Um, Charts, guys. Any chart question? Let me pull the charts back up in case we want to have some chart questions.
So,
My brother.
how you doing, my bro? You okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Probably saw my message, man. It's been tough.
No, I didn't. I didn't get to see it all. Recently, a new message.
Yeah, I told you I lost like 40 sessions in a row, basically.
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't mean to laugh
Yeah,
with you, bro. I laughed because the way you said it in the moment, it was funny.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Nah, so it was mad. So obviously, after that, I
Mm-hmm.
watched what's it called? Alex's video. I think 2 days ago. I said yesterday, but I watched it 2 days ago, and I've been implementing it.
Okay.
But my problem is when I start seeing like higher time frame swings,
Yeah.
I don't know what's pro trend and what's counter trend. But I know you
Okay.
just said right now focus on the pro trend. So I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
try that for now. So
Yes.
would I be correct in assuming right now in EU the pro trend move is bullish or is it still bearish?
Right now, EU, your pro trend is still bullish as far as hold on, let me zoom back out. So when it comes to looking at a pro trend, you always want to look at it from daily or 4 hour perspective. So from the daily, let's say from right now, we're looking at daily, the last swing move from the daily. You always want to look at the swing. This was the last swing range, and this was the last swing high, and it broke the last previous swing, which was this one, right? You broke above here. So you know you're still bullish. But because you see this big old gap, you know that you need to fulfill what's called a retracement. So yes, pro trend, you know you have this big bullish move that happened, but right now, this last low internally that led to this high externally that broke above this one is now in danger. Price came and broke a body. So that
Mm.
means price wants to go lower. So this retracement was fulfilled, complete. So now price needs to come what? To come to create a new leg, to create another BOS. So your pro trend, which was buys bullish, is now becoming a bearish trend that's about to begin. So you're entering a new pro trend direction for this
Yeah.
moment. So before this happened, this retracement began of here and breaking of this, you were in full pro trend. The confirmation of the new shift is going to happen as soon as this right here is broken. Obviously, it's already happened once the body was closed here. This is just going to be the confirmation. This right here was just the sign. Hey, we're coming. Because price can easily come here, induce here as an inducement with a wick, and then do this. It can do that. That's why I say the confirmation will be right here, because this will be two strong steps down. That will be one leg, two leg of a daily time frame. So you know if you get that type of a situation on a daily, you're not gonna be doing that and then all of a sudden go this way now. No, you're gonna be retracing and you're gonna keep coming down to what a discount level, which in this case is here, is where you will be looking for your move. So I hope that answered your question as far as from this, what is the pro trend?
Yeah. That's what I've got that from.
Yeah. So now when you want to get closer to the time frame, you want to get closer to your session, you keep that in mind. All right, I know my daily needs to fulfill a retracement, but when I go to my 4 hour, what is the 4 hour telling me that's aligning with the daily is what you would want to ask yourself. And quickly on the 4 hour, you can see the beginning of your retracement has began. This was the BOS we talked about where price closed the body underneath it. Where are we? This one here, where price closed a
Yeah.
body underneath it, it was this low. In this case, would be this swing low is not yet broken.
Mhm.
Price breaks here will be the confirmation. But for now, this is what you have as your most recent swing from here to here. Broke underneath this low because this low led to this high. This high retraced to this low. So you follow the market structure. This is what it's been doing. Now that it's done this by breaking underneath here, you can expect this to do this. This could come right here and does this and continue. So this is your new pro trend we're entering. We're soon to be entering a seller market, but that doesn't get confirmed until I see price break underneath this low. For me, that's when I will say, okay, the sellers took over the game. Now I'm going to look for sells on them. Any question else you had on that? Because I want to dissect how you've been stomaching this 40. That's not normal. If you're taking 40 stop losses, that means there's something wrong in the system we're following. You wanna share
Yeah.
your screen? You wanna show me how you're reading the market?
So I'm on an iPad, so I don't know if I can share screen.
All right, take your time. See if it lets you. If it don't, then we can probably set up a call a different time, you and I, to see what's going on.
You cannot start screen share while other participants are sharing.
Let me stop sharing. Hold on. If that's what it's telling you. Where did I go to stop sharing again? I hid it's because I hid the Zoom tab. How do I get back to the Zoom tab? Does anyone remember how to get back to the tab? Oh, there we go. I think it's this one. There you go. Am I still sharing or is it stopped?
You're still sharing.
All right, let me click. I'm gonna make you. No, I can't make you the host. It doesn't let me. Still sharing. Yeah, I see that now. How do I stop sharing? Uh, this is so crazy. Oh, maybe it's here. No, it doesn't give me the option to stop scaring, bro.
I mean, that's all right. So I
That's
can just
okay.
tell you straight up. So
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I can do it on even on your chart. So let's say you go to any sort of day. What I do is, obviously I trade the London session to begin with.
Okay.
Um, when I open London, obviously I've been using what I know from TPC
hmm
to look for whether it's a continuation of Asia
hmm
or a reversal setup using a medium inducement. What
Okay.
I've fixed slowly is when I see a medium inducement, I don't just automatically expect a reversal because I take into account higher time frame narrative now. I've started scaling out to look more to see where price wants to go before entering off medium inducements. My main issue, I'd say, is my stop loss is always too tight.
Okay.
I try to keep it between like 2 to 4 pips. Um, and sometimes I just get wicked out slightly and it goes in the other direction. That's one issue I've been having. Stop loss is too tight.
Okay.
But the majority of the time, what happens is I'm completely wrong.
Okay. So
Like,
Mark is going completely the opposite direction of you.
yeah, like by a few pips. Like I'd say, like majority of the time in a London session, it'll miss me by like it'll stop me out, go down 5 pips, and then reverse in the direction that I wanted to go in.
Okay. So you basically had your directions completely wrong. So it wasn't that you had your direction right. You just got induced out. You just was. It's the other. Okay. So
Yeah.
what that tells me is I would experience that. I used to a lot. And what I would do is go back to market structure. That means you need to refine what you consider a valid break of structure. What time frame are you entering your trades?
5, 3, and 1
5, 3, and 1. For this coming week, okay. What time frame are you considering your POIs?
on the 15-minute.
Okay, switch it. Look for your POI on the hour.
Yeah.
Wait for mitigation on a 15,
Okay.
and then look for confirmation on a 3 and the 5. Well, not on the 5. Look for confirmation on a 3 and 1, and then after you've entered the trade, watch it from the 5 minutes. Don't watch it from the 1 and 3 minutes. That's for
Yep.
anybody, by the way. Don't watch your trades after you've entered your trades. Don't watch it. If you're gonna have to watch it or you want to watch it, don't watch it from the 1 or the 3 minute. Watch it from the 5 minute, because those are gonna give you confirmation BOSs. That's gonna give you peace of mind. You're not gonna feel the same anxiety as 1 minute and 3 minutes. Those liquidities are more visited during a session or internal cycle than it is for 5 minutes. So yes, change your POIs to 1 hour.
Yeah.
Wait till price comes into the 1 hour POI. Then that same 1 hour POI you mark, scale it down to a 15-minute demand that's or supply that's in it. Find the last 15-minute demand that's in it, scale to that. Once price reaches that demand or supply, then go to 3 minutes and 1 minute and wait for your entry model, two leg protocol or change of character break of structure. All right.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I'll do
That'll
that.
help you out, so you won't be wrong on your direction no more. Because I mean, there's no way you can be wrong on a 1 hour direction, because this is what it would look like. If you go to your 1 hour before the session start, for example, let's say today was one of those examples, and you said it was, what is it? London session you like to trade. So if London coming right, where was London? Right here. So if you come into Asia session today, you come into the session coming out of Asia, and this is what you see. You know the last main push that you had, the last big push was this low, led to this high. And then you also had a medium inducement that happened, and then you get a mitigation. And you said this earlier too. I wanted to add that to what you said. When you see a medium inducement, yes, don't take the trade right away. Wait for the mitigation. There has to be a mitigation after the inducement. So trade from the mitigation, not
Yeah. Yeah.
at the inducement. So yeah, so you would see something like this reveal of intent on a 1 hour. So you already know what you're looking for. And if you see something like this on a 1 hour and you barely see a full retracement, you know that this level still needs to be retraced, because this from here to here is not
Big.
a, yeah, it's not it didn't even reach, it only reached 50%. So you know that it has to be induced. So this is liquidity level. So that's why these buys were more interesting to me to take to this range. But yeah, so keep that into consideration. 1 hour, 15 minutes, and then 3 and 1, and then watch it from the 5 minute.
So in New York, I took sales from that mitigation,
The one
but
up,
I got,
I
yeah, the one
know.
you're showing right now.
Where I TP that? Oh, during London. Sorry, during
No, no, no.
London.
This was a New York sale. I trade both sessions. I trade it 5 days a week.
Okay.
That's why I can say I've taken 40 in a row,
Man,
whatever.
that's a lot of trading, bro.
A lot of them are emotion trades as well, spamming it. I can't lie. Just
But
be honest.
I don't blame you, because I used to do the same thing in the beginning. I was so obsessed. I
I just keep
did
it real,
trade.
man. I spam it sometimes. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, don't be a
But
baby.
yeah, so can you see I think it was just before the New York session opened, it induced a
This
trend line
this
and done a
cell
huge
here.
push down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was in that cell.
Yeah, this internal trend line. It was like a 1 minute trend line happening inside of this
Yeah,
buildup.
so I saw that just before the key time window. I saw it induce it, push down, break structure, and then I saw it come back up.
This one here.
Yeah, yeah. So I entered right there.
Mm,
I did secure partials,
yeah.
which is
So
that's like yeah. So I'm not that like. But the
yeah.
problem is, in my head, I was thinking, why didn't it go all the way? You know?
Oh, but my bro, I mean, look,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously,
the
now I
reason is
see it.
here.
I see it.
This
And
was
one
a
of the main reasons,
consolidation.
yeah, yeah. One of the main reasons I took sales is because remember you're talking about invalidation models. I saw the demand as being tapped before the key time window, so I thought it fell as well.
This the it's about this demand here was
Yeah,
tapped
yeah.
before
That's
key time.
yeah, like a minute before.
Yeah. But then okay, so it depends on the time you were watching it. You could have got tricked for sure. I see what you're saying. This right here, the reason it wouldn't be the best trade, even though you took partials, if you would have took your TP right here and you're aware why you took this trade, then I
Yeah.
think it would have been an absolutely risky, phenomenal trade. Why? Because yes, this is a high that led to a low that caused a break. It is gonna give you a reaction, even if it's supposed to fail. It's gonna give you a reaction. Remember what I always say: a smart money trap will go sweep liquidity. Anytime you're taking a trade and you know that this is inside of a liquidity area and that level needs to fail because you have equal high, you have ranging next to it, but the only
Yeah.
reason you're taking the trade is because it caused a BOS and that's your only reason for taking it, just know that you should only be targeting the next level of liquidity, which in this case is this low that led to the high. Because if you go to the lower time frame, you will see that was the last structure that caused something right
Mm.
here. This low here led to this high and broke above here. So if price is gonna take a liquidity to fail this, it's gonna come take out this level as it did. It induced it, mitigated this demand. Remember, after wait for the mitigation, mitigated this demand here, and then came up to take out the level because this was
Okay.
a smart money trap. It mitigated this demand before it came back to it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It actually makes sense right now. In
Yeah,
hindsight, everything makes a bit more sense. You know what I mean?
always, always. Always. But then you want to always use your high time frame because you would be able to see that on the high time frame you're in this ranging market and none of the sides were taking yet. Not the high, even till now. We haven't taken neither side. Look, not the high or the low of it. We've been up here one, two times. We've been down here one, two, three in the same area. We haven't broken either side. You get me? So we're trading right now. We were trading today inside of a ball of liquidity that's being built for the market to take out for both sides going to get taken out. So that's how we know that this supply here isn't going to hold because we are consolidating at the range. Because if you move the supply a little further, look how many times we visited. One, two, three, four, five. And what type of
Yeah,
supply is this? This is a 15-minute supply. And what's above it? A medium inducement level and deeper levels of this premium. So you can see why this level would now be something that needs to fail because it's showing too much resistance. Um, so yeah,
you know, I get that, man. Thanks for clearing that up.
for sure, man. Sure.
So
Yeah, bro. What's going on, my guy?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I hope you do the same.
Yes.
Question about that trade you took.
Yeah, talk to me.
Why did you? To me, I felt like that demand was so good to be true, and I wanted price to sweep out the London
I think it was
London
this one.
low, yeah, to go
I think
up.
it was
Yeah.
this trade.
No, the current today's trade, today's
Oh,
buy.
from today. Okay.
Yeah, because
So today's trade was a read. Why did I read that? I explained in the beginning. I don't know if you caught it. It's because of the inducements that were happening. Coming into London, price induced these levels of Asia, created equal lows, and then it came
but
back
it
and
it it, it did induce them so that deep. That's why I didn't trust them.
said again.
Just it did go down so deep to induce them so deep. That's why
You gotta be a surgeon, brother. Look at this. This was a
yeah.
demand at first, right? Check this out. This was a demand. Watch how this is gonna blow your mind. This was a demand that price first came to right here. And then price came back to it. Look what it did. See the bottom of that demand? It got
So,
induced. Let me move this out the way. Let me delete this. See the bottom of the demand? It got induced. If I take a line and move it, you can see it. Price went through it. I'll zoom in for you. You see it? Price
yeah.
it induced it. So the liquidity of this level was taken, but it wasn't enough. So what did price do? It wasn't enough to break above here. And remember what I talked about with smart money traps? This was a smart money trap, but because price has to go sweep liquidity before it fails it, what did it do? It came back and induced the induce. It came and induced this level, took it again right here. And this was the last inducement that happened during London time before this push happened, causing the BOSs. The reason this is a smart money trap and it had to come, look, it was a high that led to a low that broke underneath here. But it didn't break underneath this level because this was the low that led to this up here high that caused this break. So this was simply the retracement. Price came to the level, induced, and then took off again to create another BOS. So when we had this retracement, was the reason why I saw this as a valid level. It had an inducement, right? We had a buildup that
Yeah.
happened here, caused the inducement, and it led to a BOS. Very important. An inducement that leads to a BOS is a strong demand. Price came back to it during your key time
Oh,
window,
okay.
right? Right before your key time window, it tapped it. And then during your key time window, it gave you a two-leg protocol entry opportunity to enter from. And because you would be aware of the condition, these are the, and Manny can tell you because he was actually on the phone with me at that time. I told him literally this. I said, price does not need to take this overall high yet. Most people will enter this buy and they will target this swing high because they will expect the bullish trend to fully continue. But how can we continue when we have this level like this, just congested like this? How? We can't just leave this congested level like this with all of these taps. Price has to at least induce it once and then take off if it has to continue. So that's the reason why I TP these equal highs. I'm looking for the next level of liquidity because I know that this is a smart money trap, this level here. Why? Because it didn't lead to the break of this high. This is the high that retraced all the way here. For this to push up and it didn't even go above it, all it did was create a relative. How can I expect this to hold and create a new high? Impossible. It needed to close a body here. And because it didn't, I know the next level that this gonna do, because it's a smart money trap, is gonna only come to the next level of liquidity, which is here. Because this was the high that led to a low that broke here. It's all literally the same thing over
Oh,
and over and over and over. It's nothing like you just have to look at it from the basic information. I do know hindsight is easier to read it, but once you understand what you're reading, you don't need hindsight anymore. You can see it happening live.
okay. Now I get it. Another question is about the way you draw
What's up,
the way
bro?
you do your favorite treatment levels. I think I heard you saying at first that price had already reached the 50%
My bro, you
on
can't it's
EU.
kind of hard to understand. You say that again?
I heard you saying that on the first call that your that price reached the 50% level on EU on the higher time frame, but the way I drew mine, it doesn't show it like that.
Ah, okay. You're speaking about the this one, which one was here for this retracement, the first one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the way you want to draw your fib is always from the last swing push. Okay. So you wouldn't want to draw you wouldn't want to use this. And good question, actually. That's a good question. You don't want to, even though this is the highest point, you don't want to say your fib is from
That's what I used.
See, I didn't even see yours, and I just had a feeling this is what somebody would use. You don't want to say, oh, this is the range that we're dealing with and make it like this. I mean, this is mad because a lot has happened between here and just here for you to just select that. So here's what you want to do. You want to see which was the last structural point that caused this level to break. Why this level? Because this was the low that led to this, the highest point. So whatever the low that led to the highest point, you want to see what was the high that caused the break of it. It wasn't this internal high because this was a low, this was a high, and this was a low, and it broke. So this is a structure. You was in this dealing range at one point. Then price retrace here, this became an internal high, and this became a low. But this it didn't break any of this, so this became invalid. These two. Then price came back up here, and then this one was where the momentum was decided upon and broke. So you would use your fib from this high right here, where the break happened, which will be this one, and then you target the lowest point of reach, which is here. And that's all. So I'll use my fib so you can see. You just do this right here, and then right here.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man. And that goes for every time frame. So you go to, let's say you was if I was on a 5 minute, I do the same thing. You just have to read it the same exact way. If I need to figure out a 5 minute fib level, I'll do the same. In this case right here, let's say this bullish push, I just use this from here, this low, till about this high. I wouldn't say this high, I'd say this high. Why? Because from this low to this high, we broke here, price retraced. And this was the retracement before this happened. So this low wasn't, it was the way it began from to lead to here, but this was the guy who led us to here. So I'd say we're trading in this dealing range. Until this one gets breaking, then I'm saying this dealing range, or whatever the case may be. All right. Hope I answered that question for you, my brother. Can you repeat what you said about the
Thank you,
trend
fellas.
line?
Oh
What's up, my
man,
bro?
how you
Azel,
doing,
what's
bro?
going on?
I ain't
Good,
gonna lie,
man.
man. I can't
What's
complain. It's
that?
been a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a quick question on a trade from yesterday. It was EU short during New York. I think a few of you guys took it in the chat. I just wanted to
EU.
see if you can go to a New York session from yesterday real quick.
It was up. Yep. Yesterday's session, EU. That would be around here. Yesterday I
Yeah,
took buys. I
yeah.
took buys though.
Oh, you took buys? Oh, so
Remember, I
during
was
New York.
I was in this buy. I think you talk about the short that I took from here. Maybe I took this short this week. This was the only short I took. I think. Yeah, this was the one short I took.
Oh, then
This
it
was
must
on
have been.
Monday.
Hmm.
Hold
Can you
on,
go
wait,
to
hold on.
yesterday's New York? Maybe I think it's that one right there. I just I just want to get your input on it then, real fast
Oh
before we
yes,
trade
yes. Sorry. Yes. That was before the buys. Yes, my bad.
it.
This was
Nah,
this
nah,
was.
it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
I just realized which trade. It was before I took the buys. Where is it? There we go. It was right here.
Yeah, I think it's the high inducement.
Yeah. Price came in
Yeah.
there during New York session. It was right here. Let me clear it up for you. So this was the read. It's actually I had it as a M5 supply. Somebody's
I was looking to take that.
that's
I was
treasure.
I
Hold
was
on.
looking to take that short.
Yep,
However, there was I think that second leg didn't break.
this one.
Yes, that right there.
Oh, the
That
reason. Yes, okay. The reason I shorted and I got out right before the demand. I remember I got out somewhere around these range where I TP'd. But the reason I shorted, bro, it was because of the wick to body theory.
oh, the Wick to body theory. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because on Asia, you had this. In Asia, we had the low where price closed with a body right here, right? So
Yep.
Frankfurt, this would become the Frankfurt high right here, technically showed us that it was strength because it caused something. Remember, I always say if Frankfurt leads to a break of structure, usually 9 out of 10 times it will hold. So in this case, Frankfurt gave us a decisional and extreme. This was the decisional, and because it was such a big zone, this whole area here, I think it was on a 15-minute where it was a big supply. Where is it? On the 15. Uh, no, it was the 1 hour. Yeah, it was a 1 hour. There you go. It was this big 1 hour supply that was left here, this range. So from there, I went down to the 15 minutes. So that's when I scaled into the 15 to the 5. And then I said, you know what? I will mark out the entirety of the zone. So when price came in and retest and pushed down here, this is when I look for the sell for the retracement. And I think on a lower time frame is where I found my confirmation. But to answer your question, it was simply off of the wick to body theory, seeing that price closed in a wick region, this full body, which was on like a 5 minute and 15. This right here, when this wick was created in London, this one here, it
Yep.
came and closed a body. That's
Yeah.
when we retest this level. I figured this level would hold because we've already taken this inducement here. It led to a BOS of these levels internally, and then price comes back here. I took the potential to sell. Um, for that one. Let me see. What was my other confluence? Oh, my other confluence was the level where we were at. Because here we had this, you'll see it when I go to the 1 minute. I had this liquidity level marked and I needed this to fail. Remember, I said anytime I see perfect structures, those of you guys who remember my old videos, I said I hated seeing perfect market structures because I just know their liquidity. You see right here? I mark them with a circle. Anytime I see this little perfect high low like this, where price is just respecting it, I always see it as a level of liquidity that's going to get taken. And that's what happened here. Because even from there, this lowest point, you could see it started building a trend line for me. All this one tap, two tap, three. And then eventually when price came down, you see we cleared it. We take that
It's too
whole
clean.
level. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it now.
Because I needed this level to fail because I know that was liquidity that was a level of liquidity that was built, see, and needed to be taken. So these were some of the confluence behind some of the things the trade that I took.
Yeah, no, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, insight.
My
Because
guy.
I was just like going over that because after every session I would go over my trades to see
Yeah.
like what I would have caught if I didn't catch, and like
Mhm.
that was rattling my brain. Like, why didn't I see the short?
Yeah.
But nah, I definitely see it now. I definitely see it now.
By the way, how many of you guys trade London? I know a few of you guys do, but does everyone trade London? Because if all of you guys trade London, I said this, I want to have random days in a week where I just pop up and trade London live. And I want to trade live in front of you guys because the even New York, sometimes it might be tricky with New York because I'm doing a lot more things, but those London sessions, I I want to trade live with you guys in a way where you guys can ask questions in the middle of the session. Your reads, what you're seeing, obviously, I'm saying ask signals, but ask questions of the session. I think that will help you a lot more with your decision making, helping you be more
You had told us
decisive.
that every Tuesday you would be live streaming, but I don't know what happened.
Huh? Tuesday,
You had
yeah.
told us
I
that.
didn't do it this past Tuesday. I did it Thursday. I traded live on Thursday. Some of us was in the live, and I took a trade. I hit TP on one of the no, I hit break even on the trade I took Thursday. I hit 1 to 3 and then broke even after that. Um, but it's a good way for me to be able to give you guys my live thought process. A lot of these things that I'm thinking in the middle of the trades, by the time the trade is over and we're going over the hindsight, is not this information is not as crispy as it was when I'm like in the moment live cooking, seeing it. And I want to be able to have those chat with you guys. I think Shay was there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, Shay. Appreciate you coming in. Shay got to get to that money on. So yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna try to push for next week Tuesday again, guys. Give you guys another one of those sessions. If you guys are available, whoever's available, pull up next week Tuesday. Send me a reminder if I forget, because sometimes I end up falling asleep early because I be staying up late, too many nights in a row. So sometimes it happens. So yeah, let's move on from that, guys. I don't have no Discord notification. That's why you be missing it, Azad. You gotta turn on your notification. Your notification. Let's see if there was another question. I think we might have had a question in the Discord before we disconnect this call. Talk to me. Anything else I'm missing? Trading question. Here you go. And anybody going to the YU reunion? I'm trying to see if I just found out about it, what, 2 days ago when Remy decided I have to come. Like, dang, I didn't even know when the dates were. So if that happens, hopefully I can see you guys. And then if I do go and I end up making it, it's a lot of pieces I gotta move to just go out there. And then well, hopefully we have a trading session. We can all trade together. That'd be cool. Do you mind if one of us also trade lives when you are off? No, I don't mind. If I'm not trading live and you guys want to trade live, hop into the live session into the lounge. Just jump into the lounge, share your screen, go live. Sure, I'll jump in there sometime and just peek what's going on if I'm not in a session. That's why I made the lounge. I want you guys to just be able to have the ability to trade, talk, network, back test, forward test with one another. If you're not back testing the way that I've helped you guys understand, that's fine. But I do think the way that I helped you guys try to back test is very effective. If you believe that hindsight can help you, it will, because it helps me a lot. When I'm able to read the market in hindsight and go back to the real live market and know that I'm only looking for the same thing that I saw in hindsight to happen over and over and over. And by being patient, I see it happen and I take the trade and hit TP. I promise you, it will do something to your brain where that image of that trade gets imprinted in your mind and you can't not see it when you see it. I can't not see a two-leg protocol with an entry opportunity after a high time frame mitigation. It's just hard to see it. Not see it, I mean. Same thing with an inducement. I mean, let's say if we get selected. Is he doing selections?
Yeah, well, I think you'll definitely be selected, so you don't need to worry. But he said he'll select it for a small group of people, and it'll be an invite to the TPC members first. They'll be the first group that he'll select, and then he'll
Ah,
open it up. Yeah.
Oh, I
He
didn't
hasn't
know
given
that.
us much more information apart from the date.
Oh, he gave a date. I missed it. When is the
The
date?
date is on the 24th.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's
in
before the
June.
24th.
No,
He said
20. He said
that's in
24th
12
of June.
days.
That's the date of the anniversary,
That's in 12
which
days.
is a Wednesday. Yeah.
He's not gonna do it in the middle of the week, so it's probably gonna be like that Friday going towards the weekend.
No, somebody commented saying, oh, but it's a Wednesday. Can you change it to a weekend? And he responded saying, no, it has to be on the 24th because that's the official day Kirima University launched.
That is
But maybe you
funny.
can put in a word for him because it's such a tight turnaround. He always does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, last year he changed it ended up being a different date. So we'll see. With Yerimi, we don't know. We'll just have to see.
Yeah,
I
you
hope you
have
see
to
this
be
video.
ready. Hmm.
Let him know, bro. You gotta
But
just
if
be
you're
ready.
booking a flight, you might want to ask
Yeah.
him in advance. Is Azam coming from America?
I'd hope so. Azam, would you be going to the reunion if he has a set date this year?
Hey, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna go to the reunion just because I'm just a
Yeah.
little busy next week. I
Uh,
don't guys. Usually, like I plan my trips out like at least 2 weeks
yeah.
in advance,
Yeah.
but this one's kind of
Yeah.
close,
Tight.
so I think we're gonna wait a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, that's like in 2 weeks. That's a tough one. I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll see though. Inshallah, everything will work out.
Inshallah.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I know you guys are getting closer to your weekend. Anybody had any questions about like today's session that you had traded, or even an older session that you took? Maybe you guys have been gathering data from something you've been observing and you'd like to share it. I'd love to
So
hear
just
some.
got one last thing I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
It's not so much a question. It's more something I've noted. I just wanted to know if you have the same opinion. It's basically when you have like a demand that led to a break of structure, and right before it, that demand induced something. That is the highest probability of your trade banging, right?
I'm gonna repeat it. You have a demand that led to a break of structure, but right before it led to the break of structure, it had an inducement. Is that what you
So
said?
the demand didn't. Let's say, for example, a demand just before it broke structure, it done an inducement low, it ran a low, and then it went on to break structure. That'd be the most probable POI to take, right?
Correct. That would be the strongest level because it
Okay,
took liquidity.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm that.
In the situation that happens before your kill time window, and that happens, that whole sequence happens right before your kill time window. If your kill time window opens and you're at the top of that move
Yeah.
and you didn't mitigate anything, wait for an inducement before you try to sell down to 50%. Don't just try to sell down if you just see a change of character, break of structure. Wait for an inducement of a level.
Okay.
Remember, inducements are the key liquidity driver. If you don't have an inducement, you're more likely going to get a weak reaction versus a strong one when there's an inducement involved. Imagine look at inducement as price injecting adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about psychology question, guys? You guys don't ask too much of it, but I know that's really what you guys are dealing with. It's not technicals. So what are some
Hey,
psychology questions you guys deal with? Because I've dealt with it all. I've been in your shoes.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Like I came late to the Zoom
Your,
call.
your mic is muffled a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I do hear you. I hear your voice. It sounds so muffled, like you're close to the mic like this.
No, I think with my phone. I'm using my phone.
I
Sorry.
can hear you though. I'll make an effort. Go ahead. I heard what you just
Um,
said just now.
no, I was looking forward to the Zoom call. I was kind of, but I missed it. Are you able to upload it tonight before you go to sleep, please?
Ah, the Zoom call. Yes. She said I need you to upload it tonight before you go. All right, I'll do so right after
Okay,
this call. You're right, because my computer has a habit where if I leave it to the next day, I'd come back and it'll say
you
out of
forget it.
storage. No, it'll say out of storage. And what out of storage would then do is certain videos that hasn't gotten uploaded, it would then move them to like trash or something.
And I
And I
wouldn't
will have